you prefer the quiet quitting lifestyle or do you prefer the hustler lifestyle?
I mean, prefer would be nicer, but like I hustle. I have 3 jobs and I go to school full time.
Oh my gosh.
So I am a hustler.
Would you say that you're a quiet quitter or a hustler?
Well, I guess I'm a quiet quitter because I'm at work right now and I'm doing this with you guys.
Hello， 我是阿滴，这次我们跟九妹一起来到西雅图，那当然也是要来拍大家最喜欢的街访系列，看一下不同国家跟文化的观点。那前一阵子我在 Dcard 上面有看到一个影片，是访问台湾年轻人对于躺平族的看法，所以我就想说可以来问一下美国的大学生是不是躺平族？那今天呢，我们也重金礼聘啊，从台湾找到一个摄影师啊，我们今天摄影师来自我介绍一下。
哟，我是大家，我是刘沛Pierre，没错。今天拍完哈，账单我再给你，这你就可以。
好。那现在我们人在西雅图大学，所以这里应该就是全部都是美国的年轻人。但我就在想要怎么样跟他们描述躺平族，然后我找到了一个我觉得算是蛮接近的英文单字，叫做 quiet quitting。那我们来看一下 ，quiet quitting is about rejecting the notion that work has to take over one's life and that employees should go above and beyond what their job descriptions entail。所以基本上就是说，工作的时候只做分内的事情，不去追求更多或是超出负荷的工作。所以就是工作跟生活划清界限，有点是在工作范围内的躺平。所以我想说，可以用这个去跟他们沟通看看，问他们对于这件事情的想法，或者是观察他们周遭的人有没有在当躺平族。美国的年轻人究竟是不是躺平族呢 ？Let's find out。唉，连续上班了8年，下班回到家只想要躺平。但是做这个时时刻刻都有可能被演算法淘汰的工作，还是必须要不断精进自己。难道就没有一个可以开心当躺平族，但是又可以实际进步的方式吗？
可以用 Amazing Talker 线上家教，在家躺平也能够好好学英文。Amazing Talker 是台港最大线上1对1英文家教平台，有线上1万名全球家教以及100万学生。用 Amazing Talker 可以自由选择上课内容以及上课时间，随时随地都能上课。但是在家的躺平族也没有问题，使用 AI 智能推荐功能，只要3秒就能迅速找到最适合你的专属家教，可以线上和老师讨论学习需求，享受最客制化的教学服务。在 Amazing Talker 除了学英文之外，你还能自由选择日文、韩文、数学等等不同语言以及科目的线上家教。
真的假的？
真的，而且1堂课也能买，完全免绑约。
如果你在寻找内容有趣、真实又有弹性的线上家教课程，来 Amazing Talker 就对了。
这次我们也帮大家准备了新用户$10的课程兑换券，快到影片下方点选优惠链接吧。起来了啦！
我躺得很好。
快点呐！
你不要逼我嘛。What's your name?
Kayla.
Have you ever heard of the term quiet quitting?
No,
never? Okay, you're doing the bare minimum for work and you focus more on your life.
Okay,
like
yeah.
Your lifestyle. So if that's the definition, would you say that you prefer the quiet quitting lifestyle or do you prefer the hustler lifestyle?
I mean, prefer would be nicer, but like I hustle. I have 3 jobs and I go to school full time.
Oh my gosh.
So I am a hustler.
Are a hustler? Wait,
Yeah.
3 jobs?
Yeah.
And you're still a student?
Yeah. I take extra classes at school too.
How do you manage?
Not well. I don't sleep a lot, but I get by. It's only temporary. That's like how I see it. So then I can quiet quit.
Okay. What are you trying to achieve here? Is it fire or is it money?
Money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to pay my bills, live comfortable. Yeah.
Is financial independence something that you strive for?
Definitely. Yeah.
So fire and then retire early.
If I could, that'd be super nice.
Okay. Your mentality would be to work hard.
Yeah, work
while
hard
you can.
now so I can chill later.
Oh, so are you putting in like a lot of savings and making plans for all that stuff?
I put half my paycheck in savings, and then my other job just pays my rent. So then my 3rd job can just be like what I live with and like go shopping.
Wait, is that the norm? Would you say?
I would say
among your peers.
I'm not from Seattle. I'm from New Jersey, like New York area. That's normal there. Here, not so much.
Okay.
But like there, definitely, like most people my age have like a bunch of jobs and like work a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a little wealthier, so that's kind of why people chill more, because they can like depend on their parents.
I see. So what do you think is a reasonable amount of savings to have by the age of 30?
I think most people in America don't have any by the age of 30, just realistically, because the income's not really livable. Just if like you lived in Seattle, I make minimum wage at one job and that's not enough to pay my rent, and I work like 4 days a week. So you can't really put anything into savings, but like ideally you'd want to have like at least 10,000 by the time you're 30 in savings,
10,000.
but most people can't do that.
Is that a goal that you've set for yourself?
Definitely. Hopefully. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Well, fingers
You got
crossed.
this.
I believe if you're striving for something and you're really working hard, then things will just come together for you.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah. Okay, so nice to meet you,
Nice to
Kayla.
meet
Thank you for
you.
your time. Would you say that you're a quiet quitter or a hustler?
Well, I guess I'm a quiet quitter because I'm at work right now and I'm doing this with you guys. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
okay.
Is this okay then?
Yeah, I'm just putting up posters.
Okay.
Do you think quiet quitting is a trend among your peers?
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely,
yes, yeah.
definitely. Not as much work ethic as like prior generations, I think. Not that that's a bad thing, but like it's definitely.
If that's the norm among your peers, why do you think people are quiet quitting?
I think they're just fed up with like the current work system. So
Uh-huh.
it's like, unless things really like change to fit
Their needs?
their values and their needs, then they're not gonna put up with it for any longer.
Oh, does that affect, how much income you make? A little bit,
Yeah,
yeah,
a little
because
bit.
you won't take other jobs aside from the main one that you have.
Yeah, I actually quit a job to start this job.
What's your main interest? What's something that you devote yourself to?
Saving time, because I work less hours here, but I make more money here.
Oh.
So it's a time thing.
Smarter time management.
Yeah.
What would you do if your boss sees this video?
Hi, Erin.
Right, I don't care. Hi.
Do you save money
I
on
do.
a regular basis?
Yeah, but I just spend a lot of it. I'm like really bad at this because my partner like saves money all the time and they're like really good at it. I'm really bad at it. Like,
If there's a percentage, how much percent of your income do you spend?
20 or 30%.
That you spend? That's not a lot.
That's not a lot at all.
You can save a lot of money. Is that because you are very frugal, or do you have a lot of income?
No, I don't have a lot of income. Love coupons. So
You love coupons.
Frugal, I guess. I'm
Frugal. Have you ever heard of the term quiet quitting?
Yes, I have.
By definition, can you explain to us what quiet quitting is?
I think it's when you want to keep your job, you want to keep being paid,
Yes.
but you feel like you're not being respected enough, or you don't feel like the job is giving you as much back as you give to the job. So you decide you're not going to work as hard, but you're not going to do badly enough to get fired.
Yes. Oh, that's the perfect
That is the
definition. Do you think you're a quiet quitter?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You're
What does
not
that
there
mean?
yet.
I think I'm normal.
Normal, just in between.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
I
not
think I can be a hustler when the time is right.
when the time is right, or when you're treated with respect, or if you're working a job that you feel really passionate about. Okay. Do you have a job right now?
I am a student.
A student. Okay. So not yet.
Not yet,
Got
but
it.
I'm about to start a new job in June, and I'm going to go work in a health clinic in Africa.
Wow. Are you excited about that job?
I am excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I feel like you're a hustler. The vibe that you're giving me.
So the vibe I get is like you kind of just go with the flow, like whatever opportunities come, you kind of just like, oh cool, I'll
Yeah,
try it,
just
I'll
take
take it.
it.
Is that
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think I
getting?
look out for myself.
Going back to quiet quitting, do you think quiet quitting is becoming a trend nowadays with your age group?
I think it really depends. I think there's a lot of different kinds of workers in the US. There's obviously people like me who are lucky enough to go to college and they're able to have a bit of a choice in what kind of jobs they have. And then there are people who are not fortunate enough to have that and then they have to work hard. Like they don't have any other option. They don't want to get fired. So I think among certain people who have choice, it's
Got
a
it.
trend.
You're saying quiet quitting is kind of a privilege. Like you can afford to quiet quit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got it. Yeah, interesting.
It's probably not something you do unless you have like a backup plan. How did you guys hear about that? Is it like big in the news in Taiwan?
We have something similar in Taiwan.
That's like
called
kinda happening right
躺平.
now.
Okay.
躺平 means lying flat. Like college students, they talk about this a lot, about how they're gonna 躺平 in the future when they get a job. It's hard to maybe buy a house or get a lot of savings in Taiwan right now, and we're just curious what the current American college students would think or would gear towards, hustler or quiet quitter.
My final thoughts on this topic are I think it would be a perfect case scenario if a job gives you respect and money and you really like it,
Yeah.
and in that way you kind of take care of each other. But unfortunately there are just so many jobs out there that really exploit their workers.
Yes. It's just a system
Capitalism.
that's rigged. Yeah.
I think it's capitalism.
They just treat you like a number. That's why people are quiet quitting. Are you more of a hustler or more of a quiet quitter?
I think I fall in the middle.
In the middle,
honestly.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The middle is good because I don't like
Working
to be
too hard.
slacking
Okay.
and then, I guess waiting too hard is.
Okay. Is there like a goal that you've set for yourself?
Yeah, I like writing everything down that I have to complete and then just going based off that.
Among your peers, would you say that quiet quitting is now becoming a trend?
Around the people that I'm at, I know they actually motivate me to go push harder and do my work as best I can. So at least for me, I would say no.
Oh, okay. So most people are still going really hard.
Yeah,
with it.
especially I think at school, definitely people, they're not competitive, but they do want to achieve.
So you'll be more of a hustler, you think, after you graduate?
I think so.
Going to a
Yeah,
job? Okay.
definitely.
Are you working towards buying a house? Or, yeah? Do you think that's gonna happen?
Immediately, no, because I'm thinking of like maybe traveling and being at different locations. Mid-30s, then that's when I'll start thinking about it.
Got it. So eventually you think
Yeah.
you get a house. So are you putting in money regularly, saving regularly?
Not as much as I would like to.
Yeah, because
But also I don't have like a stable job, so because of school and whatnot. So that's more like post-grad situation.
so after
Yeah.
you graduate.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the term quiet quitting?
I have, yeah. It's like you just leave your work without giving your 2 weeks notice, right?
Kind of, yeah. That's a very specific situation
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of the hustler mentality.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Do you think you are leaning towards more hustler or more quiet quitter?
I'd say a hustler.
You're a hustler.
For sure, yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
I mean, what? Like, I mean, we're in college. Like, that's like kind of the whole point is that we're trying to you know, gain skills to be more capable, you know. So for me, it's not good for you. It's not good for your employer. I don't think it's in your best interest. If you want to like excel in your career, I'd say no. It's not a good idea.
Okay, so do you know anyone who's a quiet quitter?
Most of my friends are like doing internships. I'd say in Seattle, you're gonna get more kind of hustler mentality because one is like a very big like tech city. So, you know, I mean, like most of our friends do like, you know, Microsoft, Amazon. I mean, these are like the quiet quitting type. You know?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are, like hustlers. Yeah, maybe if you went to like, I don't know, like somewhere that's kind of less of like a hot spot for like those that kind of like tech, you might get more quiet quitters. I don't think in Seattle.
Is it because you think there's a lot of opportunities to seize and, you know, if you hustle, you do get rewarded for all the work that you put in? That's why you become a hustler?
The people in Seattle, these are already the people who've kind of like, they've like benefited from work, you know? I mean, if you're like working tech, you're making like 6 figures, you know? You don't want to screw over the people who are giving you that money. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you're feeling like pretty like privileged there. I mean, if you have people who like, they're making like 40K a year, you know, they're kind of like in like the average bracket, right? Like, oh, well, like I could leave this job, get any other job, make some money. Then I'd be like, yeah, screw it. Like, you know, like they might quiet quit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think here. At least not in my circle. I think maybe there are some circles in Seattle. Like I'm sure like you're gonna interview more people here. You might get more people like, oh, like all my friends quiet quit. But just for me personally, I don't know anyone who's done it.
But would you say you're more of a hustler or more of a quiet quitter?
Oh, I'm definitely more of a hustler. I actually attend the School of Law here, so yeah, it's intense. So
It's intense.
Everyone here is competitive, and if you take too much time off, you kind of fall behind. So I kind of have to be on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're getting the amount of reward compared to the time and effort that you invest in whatever you're doing?
I think so, definitely so.
You would say that quiet quitting is not the trend among your peers?
Oh no, not at the law school at least.
Okay.
I think like self-care is very important. So let's put our mental health first, right? Without health, there is no wealth.
Yes.
Which is great. You know, I would actually encourage my peers to let's all take a break from from
And
school.
not hustle too much.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Welcome. Yeah.
我们今天结束街访的时间了，辛苦了，辛苦了。还好有 Pierre 帮我，真的顺利很多。我们刚刚街访大概2个小时，结果大家应该有看到，大部分的美国人觉得自己不是躺平族，然后身边的朋友也不太有躺平族，他们都是所谓的 hustler。这个跟我本来想象的其实差不多，特别是他已经上大学了，因为在美国这边不是说所有人都会上大学，就是第一个很贵嘛，然后第二个其实是蛮竞争的，是，所以你既然都已经上大学了，你就是一个，
你应该是有一个 hustler 的 mentality。
对，美国很大嘛，当然也看你问哪一个族群。但如果是美国年轻人、大学生的话，应该大部分人都不是躺平族。那我们这样聊下来，刚刚这些学生给我的感觉有2个，第一个是他们的努力会有回报，然后第二个是这边的生活水平很高，所以他们也必须要努力。
对 ，I think some Taiwanese people have 躺平族，原因是因为 no matter how hard they work, right? No matter how much money they get, they're not going to be able to afford what they want to afford.
Maybe a house
like
or
a house or something, right? And so some people might choose to just be 躺平族. It's like, what's the use? There's no way for me to get to this point, right? Whereas 在美国，像你刚刚说的，还是有稍微这个 American dream 的感觉. So like, as long as I work hard, I can get it. But do I want it? It just depends on if I want it, right?
Yeah.
在美国，差别就是 does this company value me as an employee? If they don't, well then I'm just gonna quiet quit.
Yeah.
我觉得是跟
corporate
他的公司有相干。如果他只把我当成一个 number， 那可能他会选择躺平族。美国是一个 capital society. Your main goal is to just profit and just use as little money and make as much money as possible. So where do you get that from? Pay employees less, give them less benefits.
Yeah, exploiting employees.
And so that's why some employees will just be like, well, I'm just gonna quiet quit. But if they find a job that values them, OK， 那他们就不会躺平族。
Yeah,
right. So I think 这是整个 society 的感觉是完全不一样的。
对，我觉得我们刚刚在问的时候 ，quiet quitting 比较是会发生在某一些比较不好的企业，他对企业有不满，但是感觉台湾整体躺平族是有点无力感。就是我不管是在哪里，我做什么事情，可能都没有办法达成我的目标，然后尝试之后。有一点失望之后躺平，台湾跟美国的状况的确是蛮不一样的。
对啊，我觉得是完全不一样。
但是蛮有趣的是，既然有这个名词的出现 ，quiet quitting，然后我们也问到一些人，他们自己会 identify 说，我好像比较偏向 quiet quitting 一点点，
对，但不会完全的。
对。但是代表现在就算在美国年轻人里面，这个 idea 慢慢的在扩散，有越来越多人觉得，其实这样子也不错。
对，有可能我觉得是因为疫情的关系，然后大家就开始会觉得 mental health 很重要。
对。
那如果这家公司会影响我的 mental health in a negative way，
right，
才会觉得I'm just gonna quiet.
Yeah， 就是 work second，right，myself first。对。那以上就是我们这次街访的结果，不知道大家有什么想法？因为台湾跟美国状况的确蛮不一样的。那在影片前面的大家，你自己觉不觉得你是躺平族呢？欢迎在留言区跟我们讨论一下，或者是可以分享你们对于这一集的看法。其实为什么我觉得今天拍街访很轻松，是因为这些人他们都是刘沛先去问说可不可以拍摄，因为刘沛他那边也拍了一个街访，所以在我这边大部分的受访者也都有出现在刘沛的影片，然后他是另外一个街访，大家如果有想要看的话，
大家可以看，
可以去看一下。好，那这边到我们就结束了，我们西雅图还会有更多的影片，敬请期待。那我们就下次影片见，
你最棒，
拜拜。